so excited to hear a little bit more from Carey about what your philosophy is about teaching in the classroom because I think that a lot of us kind of try and be there for our students and try and make sure that we're meeting their needs. And, there's Maslow's hierarchy of needs and everyone
Yeah.
learns that in school. But I think it's really inspiring to see how you're not just like talking about it, like you're actually actively like serving the needs in your community. So can you share a little bit about kind of your philosophy for teaching?
Yeah. So my biggest thing is remembering that like the group of kids that come in my classroom every day, like, yes, they are my students, but they have these whole intricate lives outside of the hours that they spend in my classroom. And so like mine is always like they're kids first, they're people first. And we have to understand the human side of them instead of just the academic performers that a lot of people see their students as. And so to me, the academics is just a part of what we do. And growing them as humans and like making them better parts of society is what I get excited about. I want
Yeah.
them to contribute and I want them to step in for people in need and I want them to know what generosity and belonging feels like. And so I treat kids the way that I would want someone to treat my children. And
Yeah.
and the way that I wish that somebody would have treated me. So, I'm so strong about like building those relationships and spending one-on-one time with them and really understanding who they are. So that way academically I can reach them because I know
Yeah.
some of the things that they are successful with and what they're not successful with.
Yeah. 100%. So I've also noticed that you have your bonus boys, and I know you are
Uh-huh.
very intentional about protecting their privacy and all of that. But do you want to share a little bit about like how you ended up kind of in their lives and what
Yeah.
that's looked like?
Yes, they're I protected them for a while they were kids, but
Yeah.
they're grown-ups now. They're 19 now.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I know they're old. They're right here. Um
Oh.
these are my guys. Yeah, so they were in my class as fifth graders. And one of them struggled behaviorally a little bit more than the other. Just had some anger that was going on, but was so incredibly smart. And the minute that I showed him, like, hey, I'm on your side here. I'm rooting for you. Like, come help me out. I want you in here with me. It was like it switched so easily for him. He was like, oh, you want me here? Well, then I want to be here. Oh, you're
Yeah.
showing me respect. Well, I'm going to show you respect also. And that was really, he was a huge turning point for me in my career at that time because it was one of those like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. This is hard. But I was all academics all the time at that point. And then once I really got to learn about the kids in class and see who they were and where they came from, and specifically him, I was like, oh, okay, this is a new ball game for me. Like once I understand them and they understand me, I can get so much more out of them, and they want to learn. So with him specifically, the other one that I have is he's so calm and laid back and relaxed. And that was like yin and yang. They were complete opposites. But one was a little bit more academically motivated than the other. So academically motivated and angry, not so academically motivated, but very calm and cool. And they just challenged each other, but like kept each other on the right path. And they're like friendship goals. Like I've never
Oh.
seen a more perfect friendship than theirs. So they had a great year. They were kind of upset about going to middle school and leaving our school. So we signed up for Big Brothers Big Sisters. I followed them all through middle school, high school. They're in college now and doing grown man stuff. So
Oh.
it's really like I highly encourage always just sticking with those kids that, you see success with because
Yeah.
they grow so much from it.
Yeah. And I think that for a lot of teachers, like, I don't know, it always bothered me that I felt like, I would have these really tight connections with a few kids each year. And I'm like, why don't I feel like that with all of my kids? And I think
Right.
one of the biggest things is number one, our time and energy is finite.
Yeah.
We can't be all things to all people all the
Yeah.
time. But there's also something to be said that there are some kids that need us a little bit more.
Yeah.
And there's personality differences. Like some people you're just going to click with more. And,
Yes,
you
exactly.
hope that there's going to be another
Yeah.
teacher or librarian or somebody else at the school that connects with the other kid that just doesn't click quite as much with you.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, because I can picture the faces of all the kids that, I felt like that really strong connection with. And there's
Mhm.
something just so beautiful and
Yeah.
special about like touching base with them later and hearing about
Mhm.
their lives and seeing
Oh,
them
yeah.
just do really well. It's like, oh, my heart. It's
I
so
always
cool.
tell when I go, like, speak with elementary schools or things like that, and we talk about, teachers are mentors, and just because you are not following them for years and years and years on a one-on-one basis, like, we're all still mentors. We are all there to help shape lives and to help basically give a different perspective on a life that they might not have seen before. Um, and it doesn't have to go on and on. And I think that a lot of teachers are really discouraged when they want to be able to change someone so badly, or they want to be able to be the one that turns you around. Like, but you can't save everyone. And you might not be their person, but somebody else might be. But they're not going to forget that you put forth the effort to try. And
Yeah.
so once you find those connections and you know that those connections are there, it's so rewarding, but it doesn't mean don't try with the other ones. And so
Yeah.
and I know that's easier than it sounds because some of them are such a challenge and you're just like you're
Yeah.
a brick wall. Like, do you even want me to try? Do you even want me to give you this attention? Or and they always do. I've never
Yeah.
had anyone say like I wish that you wouldn't have checked on me, or
Right.
I wish that you would have just left me alone while I was struggling. Like no one has ever come back and said that. I've actually had kids be like, I am sorry for the way that I treated you, but I was really struggling with a lot of things. Or
Yeah.
thank you for being there for me even when I was really challenging, because I know that wasn't easy. Because a
Yeah.
lot of when you're 9 and 10, you don't recognize those feelings, but then when you grow up a little bit and you're like, oh, oh,
Right.
that was a nice thing she did for me.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So I always just encourage, act as a mentor, even if it's not through a program, even if it's not, a one-on-one thing where you'll follow them forever. Just do what you can for them.
Thank you so much for watching. Want more of Those Who Can't Do in your life? Well, you can watch the full episode right now. Just click on that little box over there. You see it? Right down there? There it is. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Okay, bye.